Guys, welcome back to the Kingdom, episode 36. You know, I'm joined here by my co-host Brian,
What up, y'all? Welcome back.
and we have an exciting episode. You know, guys, we always have an exciting episode for you guys.
Right? At least we have fun.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Okay, because we were just talking about this before the podcast, but last week and the week before,
Yes.
I spun the wheel, and I got confused with the episode number, so I went twice.
Yeah, because before, because Brian used to do, he used to kick off on evens, and I do odds.
Yeah.
But we lost track last week or the past couple of weeks. No, just last week, huh?
I went again pretty much.
Yeah.
Thinking it was still episode 34.
Yes.
But it was actually 35.
You know
and
what?
now
Yeah.
this week it's 36, which I should have spun it. But since I already went twice, might as
Yeah.
well. You already went. So yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But we switched it up, you guys. So it's all good.
Yeah.
You know what? But that's guys in a nutshell, though.
Literally?
We're forgetting shit.
Yeah. I feel that. Like it honestly, we were gonna forget one day or another.
Yeah.
If it wasn't last week, it was gonna come up soon.
It was coming up, you guys. But at least we did it until like 35. Wow.
right?
So, we had a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Good little streak going on.
Yeah. I'll say that, accomplished to that. At least we made it to 35 without
Cheers.
I guess slightly messing up.
Yeah. But before we continue, guys, we didn't forget this time. We're going to kick it off with the wheel, you guys.
Go off, bro.
Here we go, you guys.
Ooh, why damn, that one was
That was a
loud.
good one. I might have broke it probably.
Right?
Oh.
Take a shot.
That's funny. We were just talking about this before the podcast started. Like, we should let them take a shot. It's Friday, you guys.
Right? It's Friday, y'all.
We're back to filming Fridays.
Let's do this.
What do you want?
I like Fridays. I can't wait. It's already technically like the start of the weekend. But,
Have you ever done a gin shot?
I'm down for whatever, bro.
Do it. You guys. So we're back to filming Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see for how much longer, you guys, because we can never really keep up, you guys. But so how was your week, Brian? What you guys do this week?
It was cool. You know what's funny? Because I know you guys are on the TikTok shop. So recently I've been trying to set up the
you trying to sign up the candle?
Yeah. Company? But I guess the whole little approval thing and all that.
It takes a while, huh?
Yeah.
It's a little annoying too, huh?
Kind of, but from what I know, I guess last time I was kind of talking to you about it, and like once you kind of set it up, it's like you're good.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Unless you start to add new product.
Yes.
Which for like say coming up holidays, I'm gonna have to remember and be like, I need to set this up now.
Oh yeah, you should. Yeah, because Shopify is different like that. Like you list a product immediately, it gets because you don't have to get approved because like you're already paying for the website subscription. But with TikTok, it's kind of like a third party, so like you have to run approvals through them before you actually like are able to sell. I think it's different because it's a marketplace compared to like Shopify is more of your personal website.
Yeah. Makes sense. They don't want just anything up or whatever.
Yeah.
Salud.
Ooh.
Huh. I don't like that.
Oh, that's the first time I take a gin shot.
Same.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I regret that. Why is that bottle even there?
I don't know. You brought it, didn't you?
I could have, but you know what? I think it was one of those things. You know when you do like
mixed
party?
drinks, huh?
Well, that like a party, and the bartender's like, "Oh, I need like
tequila, gin, rum."
Yeah, like so. It was probably one of those bottles, and I was like, "Well, I'll take it to the podcast."
Now it makes sense why those mixed drinks be getting you drunk,
right?
That should taste like straight rum and alcohol.
Oh, dude. At least I'm clean from the inside now.
Yeah, true.
I felt like that was sanitized.
Get rid of those pesticides, or no? What do you call it?
Parasites.
Parasites.
Pesticides.
That the pesticides. Is that like in fruit? Pesticides?
Yeah. That's what they're like. I guess that's why they say like wash the fruit before you eat it because all the pesticides could be like.
Well, talking about that, do you buy like the spray at the little grocery store?
Huh?
Like when you go like shopping for produce, like like fruits and veggies, they have like a spray that washes off like all that.
No, I didn't even know that.
Every time I go, like every now and then, like I buy one just to like oh
shit,
I'm gonna get one just in case.
I didn't even know there was a little spray. I literally
there's like a little spray.
Just when I get home, I like wash them.
Yeah, it makes sense because last week we went like grocery shopping, and then the tomatoes look super shiny, like hellish, like the shiniest I've ever seen them. And I touch them, and it's like this like oily like substance, like greasy.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy. I'm like, damn.
Well, they say even like on the apples, if you scrape them, it feels like wax.
Oh yeah. Like that's why it looks so shiny, like in the like grocery stores.
It have to be like presentable.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense because like they put that so like the bugs won't like eat it when it's out like in the wild.
It's like a coating. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's good that they started selling that little spray so you can wash it off. You know, like like, you just wash it off. You can eat your fruit now. Perfect.
They could have just bagged them.
True.
Like, why put this chemical?
Yeah.
Now I'm still in danger.
Wait, do they spray them when they're in the trees or when they're like already being
processed through
for mass production?
I don't know.
Because I always thought they spray them like when they're on the trees, but I could be wrong.
Honestly, I don't even know how that works.
Yeah.
So I can't even tell you.
Same.
I could tell you. I would think after picking them, they're gonna be like in the line.
Oh.
And it's gonna be like a little mister.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, that's true.
That's what I would think they'll do.
They probably do that to preserve them, huh? Because they don't know like how long it's gonna take for them to be
that, and then the time consuming of like going to every single tree and like spraying around it.
Yeah, you know, I
think in the assembly line, them on like a conveyor belt being sprayed will be so much easier.
Yeah, I mean at that point, why even spray them? You know, like there's already no pesticides. I mean, it's already inside the warehouse. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
they do it for a purpose,
and that's why I don't know if that's how they do it. But
yeah,
that's how I would think.
Yeah, you know when you grocery shop, like you know, like they have the regular produce, and then over here in the corner they have the organic one. I'm like, is it really organic? Like, because I'm sure they probably spray that shit too. You know,
right? But what makes it organic? Is it just a spray? That's what makes it organic.
Maybe it's not like I don't know. I feel like what makes it organic, maybe like it's not fed like steroid water. I mean, you know what I mean?
Like that growth hormone.
Yeah, like growth hormone water. Probably. I don't know, but
I think we're too far gone into this. We are lost.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know how it happens.
Try it out, the little spray.
No, I'm down.
Because I think it works. Because I put my fruit like in a bowl and I spray it.
And okay.
See,
I
like,
did that with just like water.
Yeah.
And some out and shit. But I didn't know there was.
A little spray. Like you can actually see like the water afterward. Like it looks all like dark and dirty.
Have you seen
when they do foggy sometimes?
Well, have you seen when they do like the whole like I was gonna say microscope?
Oh yeah.
They like zoom in and you see all the little like I don't need pesticides or
it's like residue, huh? Yeah,
everything like little tiny micro like organisms and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know you can also wash it with like baking soda and vinegar, huh? I think I've seen like videos of that where like
they put like strawberries in like a bowl of water and then I guess baking soda.
Baking soda, huh?
It starts like bubbling.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom of the bowl, like if it's a glass bowl, you could see
like all the
little buildup.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. But we'll see.
I'm like at the end of the day, like we're still eating like other stuff that's
to be honest, I'm gonna still be eting like junk and
you might clean your fruits and veggies, guys, but you're still using the microwave.
Y'all still eating ass at the end of the day.
That part, yeah.
Yeah. It was like, damn, you really went on the opposite one right there, huh? Since we're kind of talking about the whole fruits and all that, washing them, do you actually really wash all of your stuff? Like even like meats, like chicken?
No, okay, meats I don't wash.
Not even the chicken?
No, I don't wash the chicken.
I feel the only thing I do wash for sure is the chicken.
You know what? And I used to wash it, but then I saw this video where like the guy says like, why wash it when you're gonna
boil it
or like cook it, you know what I mean, like in the grill.
But that water, like if you're doing pozole, you're gonna be drinking that water.
Yeah, well you know how when you make pozole, like all the foamy shit rises to the top and then you remove that.
Yeah,
I feel that's what does it, right? I don't know.
I don't know,
but yeah, my meats I don't wash. I just straight to the grill.
You don't wash your meat.
Every now and then.
That's funny. Okay. Like I feel the only thing for sure is like the chicken.
You watch the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel a lot of people are, I don't know, like the whole salmonella and all that.
Yeah.
Like, chicken's very scary.
Yeah.
But I get that. Like it's in the pot. It's gonna freaking boil and kill whatever.
Or like if you like chop it up to make fajitas, like it's gonna cook for a while.
Yeah. But okay. What about like expirations on like food? How far would you go after an expiration? Or are you like, ooh, expirations in like a couple of days, I'd rather not even risk it and like trash it?
Oh, okay. For canned food, if it's past the expiration date, I do toss them. But when it's like milk or something like that, like let me smell it real quick. Yeah.
No, dude. You know oh my god. You know what's funny that you say that? The other day,
I want some choco meat. Hold on.
No, the other day I was so happy. I was getting my like cookies together, got my cup of milk, and then I like started dunking my cookie, and I was like,
"It was all thick or what?
Oh, is that the milk? Like I could smell it in
like
the air,
fart, huh?
Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, what if it just smells bad, but it's still good?"
Yeah.
And I took the cookie and put it in my mouth and just started spitting it out. Bro. It was so bad. I was just like, "Oh my god!" And my dumbass was still like, "Oh, let me take a sip."
Yeah.
And obviously it was the milk.
Oh, that's bad.
It was bad. Okay. And then I checked their expiration date, and
it was last year.
Nope, it was still within like 3 days that it should have not expired, but it was already bad.
Okay, that's
so
weird.
I'm not sure if it was like left out or what.
Maybe they didn't put preservatives in that one. Was it organic?
Oh shit! I don't know. It was probably just a bad cow.
You know what I noticed, or like a little hack that I learned, with the guy in the milk, like you know how on the side it has like a sunken in like thing.
If it's popped open,
that means it's gone bad. Because you know how it inflates. Like oh shit, I never knew that.
Yeah, but see, this guy was perfectly fine, and my dumbass still was like, "Oh, it's got to be okay." Yeah, you know, and just like no. It was disgusting.
It was because with milk you can kind of tell like it starts like separating. I don't know, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean? Yeah.
It gets that like thick white versus that clear kind of white.
Well, I've noticed too, like if you
like
put
yellowish
milk,
tone.
Yeah, or if you put milk in your coffee and it separates automatically, like it's bad already.
I've done that before, and I just throw out the coffee. Oh, that ain't good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, I mean, so that's one thing with milk you kind of tell, but sometimes when you really want that, you know, that 12 a.m.
Well. Okay, that's milk. What about like, have you ever gotten like fruits or veggies? And you're just like, oh my god, that's either rotten or something.
You know what? I still eat it. Yeah, like for example, like if you buy like strawberries and like that bottom was like all moldy and shit, I just toss that one and like every strawberry is kind of around it, and then and I get the rest. Like, okay, you know,
what's good. Funny about that? Because they say like, say a strawberry is like already getting mold on it. They say you're supposed to throw all of it out because that one's building the mold.
Yeah.
But like the whole fungus or whatever is on like pretty much all of it out. Yeah. But I don't do that. Like I'll literally grab like a knife or a spoon and like pop out that fungus and like yeah. I'm still here, y'all. It hasn't got me.
Well, like cheese, you know, like cheese is pretty much like molded milk.
See, that is like a contradiction now because like you're not supposed to be eating mold and all this, but yet that is like no, the moldier the better.
Because I remember one time their mom brought some cheese from Mexico, or I forgot where, and like it had some mold on some side, and she just chopped it up off, and then it's still good. Yeah.
See, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Like what?
Right. Well, have you ever seen cheese from like France or like Italy? How like they literally put maggots in it because they wanted to have maggots.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that last time.
Yeah,
like, that's gross.
Crazy.
That's weird.
What do you call it? Do that. What do you call it? Like a delicacy?
Yeah. See, I think I were having deja vu now. You said that exact same thing.
Damn,
bro.
We're living in another dimension,
right? Damn. Ooh, talking about dimensions. Do you believe in like living in different dimensions?
To an extent.
What extent?
Where if my conscience is not there, then I don't believe it. It's hard because I mean the fact that we're living here, that we exist, is crazy already. You know.
True. Very true.
You know what I mean?
Like honestly, sometimes like if you ever have like just sat down and like thought too much, like I feel when I do that, I feel like I'm driving myself crazy right now. Because I'm overthinking shit, and I'm like, damn, this is me.
Real. Yeah.
Like like I'm just like, okay, chill.
It's like how the fuck did we get to a point where like we could talk to this? It's a microphone, and then record our voice, and people from all over the world could listen to it. Like how is that even possible? You know what I mean? Like
it's crazy.
Yeah, like how satellites work.
No, I mean that's crazy. Thinking all over the world will hear this. Nah, bro, we got like 10 people listening.
Well, for his 10 viewers.
But yeah, for the 10 viewers, isn't that shit crazy?
You know what I mean? Or like how you can snap a picture and like it saves it in a piece of like paper.
Dude, you know what's funny? I remember, who was this? It was a comedian that said this, but they're saying we think we're so smart because we have this technology and all that, right?
Yeah.
But we're not the smart ones. We just might think we're smart because we have a smartphone, a smart watch, or whatever. All this shit around us.
Make you sound smart, huh?
Yeah. But if we were left alone with every single piece to put some shit together, we just would not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who the fuck put it together? Like, who built the first microphone? Like,
right?
Like, what made them think? Let me build something that's gonna be like record your voice.
Well, dude, no. Even at that, have you ever seen like those old school recorders
where they turn like the wheel or something, and like it actually records you?
Yeah. See that? Like, how do these little scribings or whatever, that's my voice? Like, what?
Yeah, right.
I don't get it.
What's that like old like playing device? What's it called with the vinyls?
Oh, a vinyl player?
A vinyl, yeah. I mean the fact that you put like that giant like CD looking thing on it, and you put that little like needle on it, and it plays music. Like, what?
I don't get that.
How?
I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I would be lost and can't even tell you the slightest amount of how that works.
Right? Yeah.
Sorry, I don't.
I feel like it would be like hard as it is to even build a fire, and I imagine building a microphone or something like that.
See, that's another challenge, bro. I could probably make a fire, but
it must be really hard. You're gonna get blisters in there.
Did you ever go to like Boy Scouts?
No.
So you don't know how to make fire?
Well, I went to Boy Scouts in my backyard. When she would say, "Go play outside." Get off the Nintendo. Okay. You just play with sticks and rocks in the back.
Oh, shit. No?
Yeah, but I never did Boy Scouts.
I didn't, but I kind of technically did because my brother was in it.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like the crybaby little younger brother.
So you learn how to do like all these knots?
Like, tag along. Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed how to do like the knots, how to like supposedly start a fire, and then like showed us like what plants are like poisonous.
Oh, yeah, the poison ivy and shit like that.
Yeah. And like little survival tip kind of stuff. Yeah. It wasn't anything like crazy.
It was just kind of like
they wouldn't show us how to like
first grade type of shit.
Defend one gorilla if you had 99 friends. No? But you know, if you get a scratch, they'll tell you how to stop.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
That's cool.
And I think my parents probably paid them a lot. And that's it. Stupid fly.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I never did Boy Scouts. That's cool that you did. Yeah. Are you gonna put?
I remember about nothing. Oh, would I put Noah?
Would you put Noah in Boy Scouts?
I would be down. Like, yeah, that'd be cool. Especially for like just.
Did you ever sell cookies?
No, that's Girl Scouts.
Oh shit! Was it the same thing? Just like the boy version of it?
No,
Boy Scouts cookies.
Have you ever seen a little Boy Scout cookies?
Well, I've seen the movie Up.
So you're saying I went with a random old man to the tip of a fucking cliff,
trying to sell him something
with some balloons? No?
Yeah.
No, we never sold cookies.
No,
I don't think we. Well, like I said, it was my brother in it, but I don't think we really did any like.
But if it's like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, like how come the girls sell the cookies but not the boys?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't get that part. I don't know. Yeah, because I always see the Girl Scouts cookies like at the grocery store outside. Oh, you want to buy some Girl Scouts cookies?
Wait, what do Girl Scouts do? What are their little activities?
I would assume the same thing, right? Like,
I don't know.
Survival skills?
Because why didn't we get cookies?
Hold up.
Thinking that, like, what the? I want to sell cookies.
Yeah, we're living in a different dimension.
Take home. Bruh, that's crazy.
Well, maybe like in another dimension, the boys are selling the cookies.
Oh. Or in another dimension, the parents are selling the cookies.
Okay, yeah.
But actually, that happens now.
Parent Scout cookies.
Parent Scout cookies. Bro.
Or grandma's cookies.
Oh, hey, have you had grandma's cookies?
Yes.
The little baggie with two cookies? Bro.
They're bomb, yeah.
Ooh, those are fire. See, if there was a dimension with pure those, I'll be down.
Yeah, pure granny selling cookies, it's over.
Yeah.
Nice and warm.
Dude, delicious. I love
some milk. You know, they have some milk.
Not
some
raw
good
milk. Though. Not raw milk.
That good warm milk.
No, I like cold milk.
Yeah, insane. Yeah,
I like my milk in ice.
Oh, you do? Okay, I like it just like at the fridge, but with no ice.
On ice?
Yeah, so I know Corinne likes it with ice too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dude, she knows what's up.
Yeah.
She knows what's up. It's so good with ice.
Yeah.
Try it. Have you?
I have, and I think it waters it down. I like the thickness of the milk. I also like drinking whole milk too.
Oh yeah. Wait. What? Or like almond milk and all that stuff?
No, like the whole milk. I don't like reduced milk or 2%.
Yeah.
Well, they say that actually even more harmful than the whole milk because it's even more processed.
Oh, see,
and they remove some like the good vitamins, I think, supposedly.
When like it filters out.
Yeah, like it filters out. Yeah, the nutrients
benefits as well.
So you're just drinking water at that point.
See, I don't call me stupid, but see, I don't even get that shit. Like the 2% and all that. Like what? I don't get what.
I think something about like if you're like lactose intolerant.
But isn't that lactose? Because there's lactose like
milk. Lactose free milk. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like if you want to drink milk without the fat, but like it takes away all the flavor though. Well, for me,
Yeah.
I like drinking whole milk.
Same. I feel like every time I get milk, it's just
I always get the red one,
regular milk. Yeah. Other than that, I know like with coffee, I've done like almond milk.
Oh, coffee.
I've tried almond, oat, like all the other ones, but now I just like doing cold brew.
yeah, same. Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever.
Flash of sugar a little bit.
That's really all I need.
Yeah.
But going back to we totally went way off topic. But I was gonna say split personalities. Different universes and like
different dimensions.
Dimensions, yeah, that's what I meant.
And the whole like the whole like 4 dimension, 5 dimensions, like it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Do you believe like deja vu is part of that?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I feel like I mean, deja vu has some part of like that, like sort of like time travel, like different dimension sort of stuff.
Because what do you think, or have you heard what deja vu is?
Was from what I heard, it's like that you experience that in like another world, like another dimension.
That you guys kind of like collided.
Yeah, you guys collided, and you guys are like running to the same timeline at that moment, and that's where you get deja vu.
Yeah. See, that's what I heard too. And I don't think anybody exactly know what's right or wrong from that.
Yeah, I feel like
but that's what I hear a lot of. Yeah. Like you in this other universe at that exact moment just crossed one another's path. Yeah. And that's why it's deja vu, because you and this other Raul at this other dimension are seeing like eye to eye of exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
Oh man, do you believe like there are other like universes out there, or is it just like that's a theory? But like
I believe it because I mean the fact that like obviously in space how like there's like black holes and big old stars and all this crazy ass shit that like how is that even real like exists? I feel like anything's possible in this world.
True.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
I don't know.
Like have you heard supposedly like how they say that like it's actually like physically impossible for like another alien race to have came to the Earth because like even if they traveled super fast, it would take still like millions of years. But like for example, let's say like there's another planet super far away and they're like really intelligent, super smart. That no matter what, like that would still be really impossible for them to come to Earth.
Why?
Because that time travel would be like insanely long.
Time travel?
No, like traveling pretty much. Like the traveling would be like so long where like they wouldn't be able to survive.
How? Okay, that don't make no sense to me.
Okay, let's say like you're from Earth, right? And like we're super advanced. We have the fastest ships. They travel at light speeds, and we found another planet like across the universe. That's Earth too. We were not like even though like we're super advanced, have all this like the fastest spaceship, it would still take millions of years to get there, and obviously like we would die before we even get there.
So how have we gone to the moon?
Well, the moon is like it's like,
but it's still in the universe
around, but it's not across the universe.
But how you?
What? Also, it could have been fake, you know. It could have been Hollywood.
maybe because I don't know. Like it's I don't see that in my brain. I'm like, nah, people could travel. You get me?
Yeah, but not across the universe.
But where exactly is across the universe? Because like, isn't it constantly growing?
It is. Yeah, we're constantly expanding.
Exactly. So what do you mean across the universe?
Pretty much like it would like they said that it would, like it's actually they say that no aliens have ever been here to Earth.
How do you know that?
I don't.
That's what they said.
That's what they said.
What if we're aliens?
That I feel like I feel like we're the aliens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I feel like.
Do you have like a explanation on why you think? I feel like I have a reason on why I think we're the aliens.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe say your explanation, and it might pop something in my head.
Okay, so I saw somewhere that they said that we might be the aliens because for one, like we're sensitive to the sun, like you know how people get skin cancer and stuff like that, and every other animal on this planet doesn't really get skin cancer like that, you know. And number two, like every other animal on this planet has fur or some type of like layer to protect them from that, and we're bald.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I totally think you convinced me that we're aliens. I have no other explanation besides, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, that's what I heard too. I don't know, just theories.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense,
isn't that crazy though? Because like we're like the human, but there's so many different types of animals, so many different types of like fish. Where I don't know, we are aliens, man.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
I think you're right, bro.
I mean, the fact that we're sensitive to the sun, like that's like literally our sun. Like how are we sensitive? Like we grew up with it, but we're somehow sensitive. But, like if you get too much exposure, you get skin cancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. But isn't supposedly also the sun like technically like the reason why we need vitamin D is because of the sun?
Yeah,
it gives out natural vitamin D.
Yeah.
So isn't that like our energy source?
Yeah. So so pretty much that kind of says that like this sun is not our true sun. Oh. Like even though like we still need that vitamin D, like it's too much for us. Or like, you know what I mean? In comparison to other animals, it's not too much for them. It's perfect.
I don't know.
So with evolution, like we should have like been good with the sun, you know, and not cause all these diseases, but it does for some reason.
Well, I don't know how we got to talking about the sun.
I don't know either. I'm not even high.
That part, bro. Like shit. We're doing this just not even freaking a whole beer yet, and it's like that's funny. That's hilarious. But other than talking about the sun and aliens and stuff, have you seen about the Annabelle? Wow. Annabelle.
Annabelle
the
Lecter?
Doll. Kinda.
No, what
Annabelle?
She's back?
So
I'm like, it's not even Halloween yet, Annabelle.
Dude, and what's funny, I was like, okay, this is crazy, and it's not even October, no? But they're taking the Annabelle doll like on a tour.
Like the real one?
Yeah.
What? So she's going on a world tour.
If anybody is from Texas right now, she just got to Texas.
You guys hurry up because that shit might be sold out already.
No, don't go. Would you go see the doll?
Did she sell out the Cowboy Stadium?
No, but she definitely haunted it. No, okay. So apparently they're taking the Annabelle. Wow, I keep on saying Annabelle. Yeah. Annabelle doll on like this tour to like I guess haunted areas.
Oh, okay.
And right now she just got to some place in Texas.
Oh, really?
And I was watching a video of like how they're taking her, and they have her like draped like in a black like tarp kind of thingy, and constantly like the priest is like throwing holy water and all that.
Oh, okay.
And like I don't know, to me that's just like just don't drop that thing, because if she gets out, because apparently if you guys have seen was it The Conjuring, you guys would kind of know about the Annabelle doll. And like I guess an evil spirit kind of took over this doll, and when they finally like trapped the whole spirit in the doll, they put her into the like this little wooden glass,
like a glass casing
box, casing, and they just do not open it, and like you don't want any kind of spirit out, you know?
Yeah.
But now they're taking the doll like on this whole little tour thing, and I forgot what other cities she's already been to, but right now, just by the time you guys watch this, it was probably like a couple of days ago already, probably close to like a week ago, she got to Texas. And
so they're taking her to meet other like crazy ghosts? I
guess they probably met each other on Instagram and like, yo, let's meet up. You know, so here they are trying to meet up. They're doing? Like, yo, let's go spook somebody.
What you doing? I'm haunting this house over here.
Right?
You wanna come over?
So I don't know. To me, that's just insane, because I feel things like that should not be like easily like.
Yeah, that should stay locked up.
Right? Like, if you guys know, obviously from scary movies and like watching certain things, a lot of these things are based off of true events and stories and stuff.
Like on true stories on basically.
Yeah. So the Annabelle doll, if you guys watch the movie, it's this like little.
I mean, like the movie one looks way scarier because like the real one looks like a stuffed animal.
It looks like it looks just like a regular girl's little doll type of thing. And the one in the movie is like obviously they're not gonna just put a little regular doll, so they made it look like creepy and all this stuff,
like
but
Chucky vibes in a way.
Yeah, but these are all based on real shit, you know. So I don't know. That just tripped me out.
That's crazy.
So hopefully nothing bad happens.
Hopefully not.
Because
but what if like obviously they take Annabelle to meet some other ghosts, and what if they merge,
become best friends,
and become best friends, or have a baby or something, and create this even bigger evil spirit?
The only thing I could think of is a new movie coming out.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters? Oh, no, but I don't know.
I feel they're trying to do that. They're trying to make a whole nother shit happen so like they can make up a movie about it.
I don't know. Hopefully not.
They're pre-planning shit nowadays.
You never know. They gotta bring up something like, damn, we haven't had a good scary movie in a minute.
Annabelle X Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh my god, no. Like, what other movies were like based off of true stories? Because the Texas Chainsaw,
that
was based off.
Yeah, based on
Amityville Horror.
Amityville Horror. Oh,
that was based off.
That was a good movie too. Yeah. What's that movie? Was Sinister based on a true movie? I mean, based on
Sinister
true events. You know how like it would be like VHS recordings and they would play it and it would like.
But I don't know.
You would just mean.
Well, wasn't The Grudge also based on?
Like in Japan, huh?
Yeah.
Or was it The Ring? No, one of those. I think it was The Grudge, because the Ring was that film one. I mean, I don't think it was. Yeah, but The Grudge was like the house.
Yeah.
Like the husband, like
like a haunted house kind of thing that the spirit lived in.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, shit like that, I'd rather just not fuck with.
Right? Yeah.
You know.
Well, have you seen how kind of like when they discover like new tombs in like Egypt, and they're opening caskets and people are saying like, don't open that casket, like you don't know what disease you're gonna pop up from like thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
But here they are opening that shit like for what? It's gonna be a dead mummy inside. That's it.
Yeah.
Then let that
within a couple of days they're gone.
Yeah, like let that person rest.
Right? Like, bro, why y'all trying to fuck with the freaking old and shit? Like, let's like put away to rest. Y'all
it's like if we're like dead and like a million years from now, they're like, oh, there's some tombs here. Let's open them up.
Yeah, see, I would be doing the same shit. Be freaking taking them all out.
Yeah,
all of y'all. How dare y'all disrespect? Come over here, arrest
I'm trying to sleep.
Right, like, dude. I was all good, nice and comfy for several hundred years, and now y'all come around. Get out of here.
I have a topic for you.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, I saw that Max, or formerly known as HBO, they're switching back their name from Max to HBO Max. So they're debranding. They're taking it back a step.
So it was an autocorrect.
Yeah. They were like, you know what? It's just not working out. Let's go back to HBO. Because I saw that they switched names to attract new customers and like, oh my god, whole like rebranding, but it actually was the opposite. Like it didn't do anything.
Yeah, like nothing changed.
Nothing happened. So they're going back to the old name because it was iconic. HBO, HBO Max.
Well, shit, bro. Like, you know what? Sometimes rebranding works.
Sometimes it does for some companies.
And sometimes it's like
a major fail.
Yeah. And that, like, some people are already so used to what is already installed, where they're like, "Oh, why the change? Why?"
Yeah,
like Twitter. It became X.
It became X. Yeah,
nobody calls it X.
People still call it Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my god, look what I saw on X." I'm like, dude, on Twitter, this and like,
look at this X I saw. No, like, look at this tweet I saw.
Yeah.
It even sounds better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
If anything, X is so
like
stupid.
What? I feel like he was just trying to like make his companies like sound the same because SpaceX and X.
Yeah,
but like, you should just kept it Twitter. Like another company that did that, but they didn't sell it though. Was Facebook? They changed it to Meta. But no one calls it Meta still. Everyone calls it Facebook.
Yeah, like all my tias in Mexico, they're like, "Tienes un face?"
El Face. Yeah.
What's funny? They don't call it Facebook. They just say face.
El Face. Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, like, it became more simple, which is maybe they should just call it Face instead of a Meta.
Right. But I don't know.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of other brands as well that have.
Well, like a brand that actually did it right and is super successful is Musically or
TikTok.
Now, yeah. So before TikTok was TikTok, it was Musically.
Yeah. And I feel back in the day, TikTok, when it was Musically, just had like a younger audience.
It was like kid audience, literally like 10-year-olds like making dance moves out of like songs, like popular pop songs.
Yeah. And what we know now of TikTok is like, oh my God.
Is everything.
Such a big difference.
Yeah.
You know? So see, that rebranding was
a good rebranding, yeah.
Yeah. And even at that, like, okay, I feel that was like a huge different rebranding.
Yeah. And for them, like it kind of made sense because Musically, like, you're tying it to only one type of like genre, music, you know? And they wanted more like everything.
Yeah. It's a more like a broad audience.
Where you want to hit every market, not just like music, like the music market, you know?
See, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
That was probably, if anything, the most iconic, like,
yeah, honestly,
rebrand.
Yeah.
Because, like I was going to say, there's a lot of like small little rebrandings or small little like logos changing. And, like even on our phones, if you look at like Instagram had a different logo.
Oh, yeah.
The Safari had a different logo.
Yes, yeah.
I'm sure almost every single app had a different logo. Even like big brand names, like I'm sure, like I don't know, even teams, like sports teams, their logos changed after certain.
Yeah, the logos changed. Like the little graphic, they switched it up. Yeah, and sometimes like it's like an iconic change, and sometimes it's just like a fail. You know, like for example, Max going back to HBO Max. Like you should have never done that. You know,
what was the point? Like you said, nothing changed.
Yeah. Like if it's not broken, don't I mean,
if it's not broken, don't fix it.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, that part. Where it's like if it's already going well for y'all, why?
Yeah, like if the name has been a staple for many years, like why change it? You know.
And I feel that's a reason like some brands will do a rebrand because they're like, nothing's really going on.
Yeah,
like,
they're falling out. Yeah,
so we need to do some changes, some upgrades or whatever, and then boom, rebrand, come back as like some brand new thing, not knowing it's still this thing that already had like an audience to it. You get me?
Yeah. Like I feel like if Netflix was change its name, like a lot of people would be mad. You know? Like
hell yeah, because then you can't even do memes about Netflix and chill. You're gonna be saying, I don't know, vid us and chill. Like what? Like just like I don't know what name we're gonna change it to, but no,
just
don't do it.
Yeah,
Netflix, please stay. That would be like probably one of the biggest ones. Like if YouTube and Netflix ever changed their names, if YouTube became some like
is iconic
videoviewer.com, like no, why? Like like that, I would
I feel like some companies should stay as is and that's it. I mean, unless they sell it and the new owner wants to change the name, like X,
management,
you know what I mean? Kind of like Twitter, like they sold it and then Elon Musk changed it to X, you know.
But I would hate that. You know what company I would love to hear like rebrand and come back and people start using it again?
Which one?
MySpace.
Dude,
MySpace back in the day.
MySpace like created social media. When you think about it.
Yeah, Tom was my motherfucking friend.
Yeah. He was like everyone's top one friend.
Zach and douche, whatever, not my friend.
And I remember like, hearing about Facebook saying like, oh, get a Facebook is, it's better than MySpace. And then I remember like getting like, this shit's whack.
Yeah, I was like, this shit is plain.
You can't put music on it? What?
Yeah.
You can't customize your background?
Bro. If some of y'all, I feel like most of y'all will remember MySpace. And damn, you could put music, you could change up your theme. You could have your top friends, like people would see you and be like, oh, they're homies with these 8 people. Or you could even change your top friends. First, I think it started with 4.
Yeah,
and then it came with an upgrade. Like, oh, now you could go up to like 8 or whatever,
or 12. Yeah.
Who were your top friends?
So my top friends were for sure my close friends.
Well, I wouldn't think it would be your enemies.
Some strangers. I was kidding. Yeah, so for sure, like my best friends, my brother, and then I also had Karina in there.
Yeah,
like even though like I hadn't met her yet, like yeah, she was in my top.
wait.
Yeah,
you haven't met her yet, or you didn't like?
I hadn't met her. Yeah, like I would just talk to her on MySpace, but I didn't like meet her actually.
You're like, I don't know this person, but she's my top.
I'm gonna show her that she's important to me.
And you know what's funny? I remember doing that, right? Because on my top friends, I had like that. Like I had my brother, I had Myra. I even think I had like Karina, Louise, like just certain like friends that you just always, you know, like your circle type of shit, you know? But like when we would go hang out with some people and they're like, oh, but I'm not even on your top friends on MySpace. I was like, what?
I'll be like, you didn't make the list, bro.
Yeah, you're cut, bro. I only got 8. But you're number 9. If there was 9, you would be there. So, dude, MySpace was so dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could just customize it.
The simple days.
You had this option of having a playlist.
Yeah.
And you would have like, say, I don't know how many certain songs.
I feel like, yeah.
And I remember on my page, like if you would view my page, a song will come on, but if you like exit and come back, a different song. Like it was on a shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, I would even just go view my own page just to listen to my music and like chill. Like, I like this song. Like, you know
what? And that's the cool thing about MySpace too, that like it taught us how to code. Like the fact that we're going in there, like, and coding our page so it could change colors for the playlist, so it could be sparkly or something. Like the fonts.
Well, that's funny because if you guys remember, like you would go on MySpace and then for you to do the whole coding to change like your color theme and music and all this other stuff, you would have to open like another page and get all these downloaded codes, copy it, and then go back to MySpace and paste it in your bio. Yeah. And then like if certain things were like wrong, you would have to go in that coding and like delete like little things, and then save it. Like, oh no, wrong. Like go back in. Like it's all like it took a minute, but like when you finally got your page down, it was just like hell yeah, this show's tight.
I feel back in the day, like we got taught a lot of stuff. Like MySpace taught us how to code. Mm-hmm. And then the whole like LimeWire and
downloads,
like the illegal download shit. Obviously, like don't do that shit, but
don't do it.
You sit down like all the songs, movies. You used to burn movies with the whole menu. Like, damn, how do you do that?
Like burn disc when I would just be like, dude, like I don't know, hip hop, and then like 1 would be Tupac, 2 would be, like big, like like you'd be with the Sharpie and a disc and just like these favorite songs, like burn it and like give it to a homie or
literally. And then for movies, like you wouldn't know which one was legit and which one wasn't, because like there were some movies that you bought like pirated that were like all like you could tell they probably just recorded with the camera, but there were some that like the moment you played it, like it's legit.
It's a porn
because the whole menu the whole menu popped up like, okay, cool, oh shit, special features, oh shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Not the pornos.
Well, do you remember? Because I know
Cartoon Network.
No, that too. But really quickly, if y'all ever watch like one of those TV shows and it start getting like close to like 12ish, 1ish in the morning, you'll start seeing pixelated images on your TV.
I remember like after some time, like they used to pop that shit at like at 8 p.m. Like they're not even hiding it anymore.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, because it was like a specific like Cartoon Network. Well, for me, it was Cartoon Network, and I would watch it like
I think
cartoons.
It was Adult Swim, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it would become like Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and out of nowhere, like porn. It would be like super like staticky, and there's like some girls like in the background moaning and shit. Like, oh shit, my mom!
whoa! Don't turn it off. Just lower it. That's freaking funny, bro. Randomly, a little slip here and there, like
yeah. So like if you would fall asleep watching cartoons, then you wake up to some like.
Yeah, bro, that shit was
some
funny.
Crazy shit happening.
Oh, dude, I remember me and my brother would share rooms, so like that shit come and like, turn that shit off, all fucking like, because it was right after watching, like how you said, like watching some cartoons. So like, obviously we want to hear it.
And porno, like they be like exaggerating, all fucking loud, like
they ain't even doing shit and they're screaming. Like, what the fuck? That's funny. No, but kind of going back, I remember. There was some guy that he would just walk around the little mobile home that we lived, and he would open up like this little briefcase.
With the raincoat? Like,
what movies y'all want? Like dude, it was like
put that away.
I think it was like $5 a movie type of shit.
Okay, yeah.
But I remember once we bought one and we played it, and you could just see that it was like in a movie theater. And you see people walking, like on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This dude, you could tell he was probably with like a camcorder and like recording that shit. I was like, all right, I'll solve this shit later.
Yeah, there were the bad DVD movies, but then there were some good ones.
Like, there was some, like how you said, there was some with like, oh, it even has a menu.
Yeah,
like you click different
like this shit came straight from Hollywood or something. Because this movie's not even out like like on DVD yet. You know, it's still in theaters.
That shit was funny.
Yeah,
but dude. Good times.
Oh, yeah. And nowadays, it's like you have to pay for your music, which everyone does nowadays, like Spotify or Apple Music.
Nah. we were talking about this last time, bro. The fact that people back in the day were paying for like ringtones and music and all this shit, and for the last like 5 years, everybody's phone has been on silent.
Yeah, literally.
That shit's crazy.
Or the same sound, like that same like iPhone sound.
Default.
The default one, yeah.
No one changes that shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you, the other day I was like, I'm just gonna buy some random ringtones. I did. That shit was tight.
That's dope, yeah. That needs to come back. All that nostalgia. You know
does.
what? And I think it will, because you know how everything cycles through. Like everything comes back.
Yeah. Everything, like it comes like to a trend, like of bringing back the old stuff.
And that's that whole like other dimension type of shit.
Bro,
like how the fuck is she coming back? She was like in the 80s,
right? Isn't that shit crazy? Like, okay, I remember growing
like
up,
who brings it back? Like who starts that trend?
I don't know.
Because like when I be wearing like old shit, like Colonel, take that shit off.
Well, you don't look good. I remember when I would wear like my Converse, I felt like I was one of the only people that would wear like Converse, and then out of nowhere, everyone started wearing Converse. The pricing on Converse, I remember that shit was like $20 for Converse.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And then I go to the mall once, and I was like, why the fuck are my Converse $60 now?
Yeah. And also like the Vans, right? Like the flat ones?
Yeah, the Authentics. Like, dude, same shit. Nobody would wear Vans. It was only like skaters or like a specific type of person that would like wear those type of shoes. And everyone started wearing them now, and it's just like, man, y'all killed it.
It's like when I started to start a trend, like it's a fail, but when someone else does that out of nowhere, it's in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's all good. At least I know those shoes are gonna be like still a thing.
Yeah. You know what? And Converse lasts a long while too.
I like Converse. Yeah. They're like, I guess you could say durable, uncomfortable or whatever, because it seems like just a little thick sock.
But they're the best type of shoes because they're flat, from the bottom.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because they say when you have too much cushion like these, like sometimes like you're walking off bands the whole time.
Well, have you ever seen those shoes that like
the foam ones?
No, they're like a glove. Like even your toes go into like separate little sections. I remember my friend, he had them.
I've seen those. Yeah.
He would do a lot of like squats and like deadlifts.
Yeah,
and he says it's best for his, like
it's like a power lifter thing, huh?
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, like it makes sense, like you don't want your feet constantly like
you need like you need that firm like bands that
like
planted good.
You, I guess you could say, but
because if you wore like running shoes to squat, you're gonna be like shaking the whole time because they're so like too much cushion.
Well, have you seen those like professional like
like
deadlifting like shoes?
Like the working out shoes ones? Yeah. I have a pair of like working out shoes, and they're stiff on the bottom. Yeah. They're just like stiff. They're not like nothing like cushiony or anything like that.
Have you ever tried running in those?
They're they're heavy. They're like
I bet. That's funny.
Yeah, they feel like a little awkward because the heel's a little bit more like taller, so you could do squats better.
That's crazy. I've never tried them, but I've seen them.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty good for working out. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
I'm sure.
And they have this little grip in the front, so when you do lunges too, like it don't really hurt your toe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, see that makes sense.
Yeah,
because I know that like when sometimes you do lunge too far out and you're like
like your big toe is kind of like twisting weird and stuff. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good though.
Yeah. All right, I want to ask you: are you a type A or type B person? And I got some questions to help us out to let us know what we are.
All right, let's do it. So what would type A be considered, or just?
I don't know.
Type A.
I really don't know, but I just know. I feel like I've heard Myra talk about this stuff. Karina talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen random shit on like TikTok.
But the real question is, what is type A or type B?
So
introvert or extrovert, I'm assuming?
I don't know.
You're outgoing or not outgoing? So I searched up what is type A and type B personalities. Mm-hmm. So type A individuals are often characterized by ambition, a strong drive to compete, and a sense of time urgency. While type B individuals tend to be more laid back, flexible, and easygoing. Oh, okay. So pretty much type A is like, are you more like goal driven, more like this shit needs to be done no matter what, or are you more like it'll get done, chilled, what? with time.
Yeah. But I feel like I might be mixed sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me see. We'll run through these questions.
Right, let's do it.
And
yeah, because you could be type AB.
AB positive. All right. How do you usually react when you're stuck in traffic? Or a long line? Okay. One says I get impatient and frustrated, or
okay, like it has
I stay calm and weigh it out.
Wait, there's no other answer? That's it? Because I feel like it could be a mix of both.
I don't know.
It's like I get impatient, but I mean I can't do anything about it, so I have to stay calm and relaxed. You know what I mean? And it's like,
you know what? I could say I'm the exact same way. Where like when the traffic is starting, I'm like fucking shit. Like like, and I'm like, well, yeah, I can. Like fuck it.
What
and
else
I
can
just
you
play
do?
music out a little louder. Like, well, might as well enjoy it. You know? Because you can't. Yeah, you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah, like
what I feel type A person would do, where they're trying to inch up every little space, won't let no one cut, or if they see someone like little space and like they try to get in.
Oh, I hate those.
I feel that's type A.
Oh, you know what else too? When they start riding the like the emergency lanes and they start cutting you off. No, while riding the exit lanes, that's different from the emergency lanes.
Oh yeah.
When you get on the exit lane and like
because everyone's supposed to, but like boom. Last minute just get back in.
Yeah,
I've done that shit.
So I feel that's type C. That's being smart. Because that's the lane, But when you go to emergency lane and start using that, like okay, they
Yeah.
You're asking for to get pulled over or a ticket.
Yeah, because
or like, do you ever get on the carpool lane even though like you're in like a single rider?
Can I answer that? I think that's my answer, and you'll know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hop in this carpool lane. There's a car seat behind me, even though Mia's not in there. I'm sure they still car seat. Oh, they have a child.
I've done. I've gone in that lane, and last minute when I'm actually exiting off, I'm like, oh, no one was with me the whole time. Oh no. Oh well, that's funny. Well, okay. So if anything,
I'm gonna go with
it's a little slight mix, but
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Type A person, I think it would be that type of person where
that like
they're trying to get every little inch,
and
like they're not gonna.
They're impatient. Where like they think taking the streets is faster, but you get off the streets and you're stuck on a red light for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, like the ones that are most likely gonna cause the accident because they're not gonna let you cut. They're cutting you. Like I said, they're trying to get into the streets and boom, back onto the free. Like, dude, like chill. Like you can't do shit. Like it's traffic.
Yeah.
I get that.
So okay. Go with I guess
more of a B.
B, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number 2. Do you prefer to multitask or focus on one thing at a time?
Okay.
Go for it. What are you gonna say?
I would say I like to multitask for sure.
Oh,
I'm a multitasker.
Okay. As in what? In like an example?
Like doing a lot of shit at the same time. Like for example, like okay, we're cleaning. Let me go put some laundry to wash. Let me go make some food in the meantime too. Like just doing. Let me hop on my computer real quick, do some computer work too.
Damn. You know what's crazy about that? I think it's like I'm not sure. I don't want to self-diagnose.
Yeah.
But I have that like ADHD thing.
Okay.
And even Maya tells me, like, say we're cleaning, right?
Yeah.
And I'll start on the dishes, and I'm like, oh, this belongs in the garage. I'll go to the garage and put that away. But then I'm like, oh fuck, why is this in the garage? And I'll start grabbing some stuff in the garage.
Yeah.
And like this should be upstairs. I go upstairs to put it away.
Okay.
And then I see some clothes in the freaking room, and I start grabbing that clothes. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh,
I'm everywhere.
Well, that's kind of considered multitasking to an extent.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She just says like I have like that ADHD thing.
I feel like ADHD where you can't complete one task.
Definitely.
Okay, you don't complete them?
I start multiple.
Okay.
And they just their due dates. I don't know.
You know what? I feel like I could be a mix of both too for sure. Because I do start a lot of tasks. But I do feel this urge to like finish them though. Like like I have to, you know.
That's good though, because I'll say that for me, if it's like no, I need to get some shit done. I'm like I need just one task, because if not, if I start focusing on other shit, I'm not gonna complete this one thing.
Oh, okay, I feel like the opposite.
No.
Like if I only do one task, I'm gonna get distracted and I'm not gonna complete it. It's weird. So I have to have multiple shit going on at the same time.
Nah.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
I find it boring. Just I'm gonna sit down and just do this. Fuck.
What?
I don't know why. It's weird.
I don't know. Like if anything, I say like as an example, like I know, say, Maya likes to do like the whole home renovation stuff. If I'm like, I'm just going to do this, like, I just can do this right now. If she's like, oh, the trash is getting full or something, I'm like, I am busy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't not right now. You know, just like, I am cutting something. I can't even look away right now.
You see this wallet? I'm trashed. And
I'm like, then trash it. I'll pick it up later. I can't, bro. I feel like I need to focus on one thing at a time.
Wait, so what are the answers? I don't think you have the answers.
I don't know. A is I often multitask to feel most productive that way. Okay. I prefer to take one task at a time to do it thoroughly.
Okay. So you're B and I'm A. Okay.
Yeah.
So that one.
Yeah.
But the first one were the same. The B.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about deadlines? Ooh. Want me to read the examples, or you just like, how do you feel?
Procrastinator.
How about that? We'll continue doing that. Like, I'll just read the question and then see how we all feel about it, and then see where we land.
I feel deadlines for me, like, it means like
it needs to get done.
Get it done the day of the deadline. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, deadline's in 2 months? Perfect. I'll, worry about this in 2 months.
And you know what's funny? Maya tells me that shit all the time. He's like, you need to write your shit down, because a deadline comes, and at that day, I'm like, ooh, it's due.
Yeah.
You know? And like, I feel a lot of people are like, oh, this deadline, let me start working on this now, and like, to make it easier. But for me, I'm like, oh, dude, that's a fucking month away.
Yeah, right. I other shit to do in the meantime.
Yeah. And that, like, for me, if I start working on it now, like, I would have to like finish it now, type of shit. Where like, for what?
And you're like,
not till a month. From now.
Yeah, like finish it now for what? Like,
yeah. All right.
Yeah, for sure. Answer. I don't know. Oh yeah.
I don't know. All right. So number 3. How do we feel about deadlines? A type of person. I work best under pressure and like to beat deadlines. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I take a steady approach and try not to stress over them.
Wait, hold up. That makes no sense. I thought first we were gonna be like, I feel pressured to when they're due the day of, but it says the opposite. I feel pressured to complete them way before.
Yeah. I don't know where we even fall on this one.
Wait, hold on. Can you repeat them again?
I work best under pressure and like to beat deadlines.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Okay, so if you work best under pressure, what that means that you do it like the day of, because you're pressured to like finish it.
And then B, I take a steady approach and try not to stress over them. We'll be on that one.
We'll be on that one. Okay.
All right. Number 4. Are you competitive by nature? Oh,
okay. Well, I feel by nature, yes, or men, right? I feel like men in general are competitive.
I think so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's just like your nature, like competitive nature.
Like if you put a group of guys just chilling, and one decides to do push-ups, the rest of them are like, I could do more.
Yeah. So
like for some fucking reason,
it's always a competition.
Yeah,
or like you're chugging beer. I can chug it faster.
Yeah, dude. And what's funny, I think that's another reason some people like keep up with drinking. They're like, oh, that guy's done with the beer. Man, this shit is nothing. You know, it's just like
it's just nature.
Yeah. So A, extremely. I always want to win and be the best. I think that's us. Okay. Not really. I enjoy things for the experience, not the competitive. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I get it's cool, nice to enjoy things, but I think that, like, by nature, we're competitive and just like, I could beat this.
Yeah.
All right. When something goes wrong, how do you respond? I get anxious and irritated and immediately look for a solution. I stay relaxed and try to figure things out calmly.
I feel a little mix of both, but I guess I'm going to go with B.
I would say B. Because if anything, I feel, at least for us,
it depends on the situation.
Our wives are more like that anxiousness, and we're like, hey, chill, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just like, we're the ones to calm them. And
but I feel like it depends on the situation. For example, like, this is like there's a problem at the warehouse, and I was supposed to get this shipment by like today, and it's not here. I'm gonna feel anxious and like, oh my god, it's not here yet. But I'm
gonna see Raul collapse just out of nowhere, fall to the ground.
Yeah, in comparison to like, we need to get a new TV because it broke. Okay, we'll get it. Don't worry about it.
And you know what? I feel
so it depends like, on the situation.
From the very beginning, what we were saying. Like the whole A and B type, it could be a kind of mix, especially on different situations.
Yeah.
Like that, like, oh, something broke. Like, it's fine. Like, okay, cool.
We'll get it tomorrow.
But then other things like that, like with the business, like, like, no, like I like other people are depending on me type of shit. Like I need to get done now.
Has to be done now, yeah.
Yeah. So depending on the situation involves other people, like and their feelings, it's like, oh shit, And if it's just a you type of thing, it's like, well, it's me. So I'm fine. Like,
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So, yeah. What number was that? 5?
5, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel for the most part, in most situations, I'll most likely be like B. Just
B,
relax.
yeah.
And then that. Yeah. Like, if it comes down to it, I have to be that A type of person. And like, oh, shit, no. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I need to get this, like, now. So... But that would be like that 20% type of situation.
Yeah.
How do you typically plan your day? I don't. A, I schedule it tightly and try to stay in productive as possible. B, I like to keep things flexible and go with the flow.
Okay. I feel like, again, like it depends on the whole situation. Like, if you're looking at like at a business standpoint, like you have to try to be organized, or else you're gonna it's gonna go down the drain,
True.
Or I mean, compared to like if
on
it's
a daily basis.
Yeah, if it's just like a life matter, like I'll do what I do on a Saturday night. I don't know,
I'll say B, especially because most of the time we're out of the loop, and the wives that day will be like, "Oh, we're going to this person's house today." I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
And I had no plans to do it. I had plans with the homies, but hey, I'm going with you.
Yeah. From a personal standpoint, for sure, B.
Yeah, that's funny. So B.
Yeah.
And then where was I at? Oh, 7. How fast do you talk or eat? What?
How fast do you talk?
Pretty fast. I'm usually in a hurry. Slowly. I like to take my time.
I would say B for me then.
Yeah, I feel like eating wise or talking, like even here, like we're just like more chill.
Yeah,
and like I don't know.
Sometimes I don't say enough.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a talkative person, but I'm not in a rush.
Yeah,
you get me?
Okay.
Like it says, usually I'm in a rush. I'm like, for what? You
need to know now.
Yeah.
No,
like I get that. Like, you know how some people say like that New York minute type of shit, and they're like, oh, they get their food and like boom, like I gotta go back to whatever I'm doing. Like,
but guess what, guys? We're from California, so we're very laid back,
dude. That might be part of it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel that's like a stereotypical thing. We're like, oh, the Cali people, they're just like that, dude. Like, laid back or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we continue? There's like 2 more.
2 more? Okay. I feel like we're the same in every answer except for number 2.
Overall, what we're seeing is we're most likely that B type of person.
Yeah. I feel like
low key, even us not wanting to continue the test, it's just simply saying
it's gonna be the same one. Yeah, and I feel like also like this test, like it should have like a personal life test and like from a business standpoint, because I could be A, but that's like in the business mode. You know what I mean? But the real answer is like
as your normal daily basis. Everyone, when they're at home, they're most likely this type of person.
Yeah.
But when you're at work, you're like, yes, sir, yes, boss. Like, you know, and obviously for you, you're the boss now, but that puts a bigger thing on your shoulder. Yeah. You know, so you have to be no matter what that.
Yeah.
That like
you have to be, you have to be that extrovert for sure. Yeah. In comparison to
you remember going to work and like the bosses would come around and just like instantly just like, yes.
Yeah. You like
whatever you want.
Like. Get out of here, bro.
Take the forklift over there. Got it. Nope. But as soon as he turns his back, like, little bitch. Pull out the pen.
But yeah. He's not looking at it.
Yeah. Dude.
So I have a quote today for personality, guys. So it says, a strong personality doesn't seek to dominate. It inspires others to rise.
Ooh.
Okay. So,
nice.
So yeah, so like even though like you can have a strong personality, but that doesn't mean that you have to like overshadow everyone and look down at people. You know, it can mean like you can inspire people like, oh, you know, let me help you.
Well, that's you know, where you could be the inspiration for someone else to, like how I said, like for someone to rise.
Yeah, like instead of saying like, oh, this idiot or this dumbass, like no, let me help you. You know,
that part, bro.
Yeah,
that like supportive.
Yeah,
I like that. That's dope. I got one. Especially because we were doing that whole quiz. This is kind of like for a type B person. Yeah. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished.
True.
So what's the rush?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's all gonna get done at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah, it's gonna get done no matter what. You know, we're gonna
as long as you keep a steady pace. It's the hare versus the tortoise.
Yeah,
you know,
slow and steady wins the race.
Hare is all fast running.
Yeah,
but the tortoise kept its pace and it got it done.
Chilling, has a blunt.
Oh shit! I gotta be friends with that
one. No hurry.
Right? I like that. I'm down with that. Salute the last little bit.
Salute.
But hopefully y'all enjoyed that episode.
Yes, you guys.
We definitely did. It's been
it's always fun.
Yeah, right. I love it.
It's always a pleasure.
I don't know if y'all saw. I put random little things up again.
Oh yes, we got some new additions. I need to up my wad too. I actually have a couple stuff in my cart right now. I'm gonna check out with
like dirty diapers or something.
Thongs.
Dirty thongs. You're like, and not Karina's mind.
Don't watch this Karina's.
Oh shit. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed that, and I'll catch you guys next week.
Yes,
we'll catch you guys next week.
So next time, you guys.
Yep.
Have a good weekend or a good week. Peace out.
Well, deuces.